Hi guys, this is Naren. This is my fourth video about embedded system tutorial for beginners. So in this video, I am going to discuss about CPU architecture. One is von Neumann architecture and another one is Harvard architecture. When the data and code in single memory, we call it as von Neumann architecture. If the data and code has two different memory blocks, we call it as a Harvard architecture. Actually, von Neumann architecture first proposed by John von Neumann. He is a scientist. So in this architecture, we have only one path for data and code also. So if you need to do any operation, either code operation, either data operation, we can do only one operation at a time only. If you need to do read and write operation to the data, we can do that operation only. We can't do these uh, code operation. If you need to do any instruction related operation, we can't do this read write operation. So at a time we can do only one operation, either data operation or code operation. So this is a von Neumann architecture. So we have one other architecture also. This is Harvard architecture. Harvard architecture has two different paths for this data and code also. This is it. We have two different memory blocks for data and code. Here we can do at a time two operations. It need only one instruction for completing two operations. But in von Neumann architecture requires two clock cycles for completing two instructions, that is either data or code we need to do, right? First time we need to for first clock cycle we need to do code operation, and another clock cycle we need to do data operation. Like that we have a two clock cycles we need, but in Harvard architecture it will do at a time only, it will do at one clock cycle only. So we have some of the difference for this Harvard architecture and von Neumann architecture. So this is a block diagram of Harvard and von Neumann architecture. Here we are seeing, right, we have only one memory unit. You have input device and output device in von Neumann architecture. But if you see this Harvard architecture block diagram, we have a instruction memory, data memory and control unit. These are the two different memory blocks, and we have a two different paths for this instruction memory and data memory. If we need to do instruction operation, we can independently do with the instruction memory only. We don't need to depend upon data memory path. If we need to do data memory operation, we are independently can do these data memory operation. We don't need to depend upon instruction memory. But in von Neumann architecture, here we have only one memory unit. If we need to do any operation, we need to depend upon the both the data and code operation also. That is a very complex, so that time we need two clock cycles for the operation. But in Harvard architecture we can complete this operation in one clock cycle only. So in it required two memory for their instruction and data. It required only one memory for their instruction and data. Designing of a Harvard architecture is complicated. So compared to von Neumann architecture, designing of a Harvard architecture is complicated because we are using two memory blocks, right? Designing of a von Neumann architecture is simple. So Harvard architecture is required separate bus for instruction and data. Yeah, Harvard architecture has two different memory blocks, right? They have a separate memory blocks for instruction and data. But von Neumann architecture required only one bus for instruction and data. It has only one bus because we have only one memory unit in the von Neumann architecture. So processor can complete an instruction at one cycle. I told you, right? In Harvard architecture we can complete the instruction in one cycle only, because we have two different paths for this instruction and data. So but in von Neumann architecture we need a two clock cycle to complete this operation. So easier to pipeline, so high performance can be achieved. In von Neumann architecture we can't do the easier to pipeline, there is a some delay in the response. So but in Harvard architecture there is no delay, we have a different path for that. Comparatively Harvard architecture is comparatively high cost, but compared to von Neumann architecture, low performance as compared to Harvard architecture, but von Neumann architecture is cheaper. This is my video about architecture of CPU. If you like this video, please do subscribe.